their Chen strategy has been beaten.
Right. I'm actually with you on that. They've countered the Chen, and the question that Gambit brought up, and I'm very much in agreement with, is what was the Clinch doing in the mid lane? I mean, he did manage to farm his Desolator slowly over a very elongated period of time, but by the time No Chance on the support slot had a blink, Negi had a blink on the Omni Knight, Swifty had a blink and a Desolator to boot. Council were outplayed, outclassed, outskilled, outdrafted in game one.
Yeah, they got decimated. There's no sugarcoating it. They got decimated. But the mark of a good team is one that can come back after being destroyed like that. Let's see if the Council will show off that mark here.
Right.
They've got themselves the Tinker being banned out first, so they're still looking like they want to push. We've got a Ricky and a Bounty Hunter removed from Beyond Infinity. So this could well be a Chen coming out from BI.
I think that's what No Chance wants us to think. The Ricky ban was an absolute red herring in the previous draft. No Chance is playing mind games here. You know, I always try and glean a little bit of information from the pros. So I asked BI, have you seen the Council and have you seen the games? Have you prepared on them? And Blizzard, he's perfected that stone face. No emotion. No Council. No.
Yeah, the Dota equivalent of the poker face.
Yeah, they've
face.
mastered it, man. And BI, they've been doing their homework. They've come prepared. I don't think we'll see a Chen or an Enchantress coming
there's so much money up for grabs. There's so much prestige to be won at this tournament. Why wouldn't you do your homework?
Okay. I think this time BI wants to pick up the Ogre. Let Council have the Skywrath and generally be a nuisance to him in the mid lane. The question is, what is BI's draft going to work around? Council, they're going again with the Sand King and the Chen. If it the saying is, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. If it's broke, try it again. I don't know. But they're sticking with their comfort picks here. They're hoping they still get the Skywrath after the next pick ban phase. But one thing I wanted to point out here is that Deaths on the position 1 wasn't really impressive in game 1, in my opinion. He pretty much brought nothing to the table.
Yeah, it was unfortunate that he didn't quite get the start that he was hoping to get. I was impressed with the Chen. I have to say, I think his movements were nice. If he was the one calling the shots, he was doing a pretty awesome job as well for the most part. They did transition a kill into the top lane into an immediate tower takedown, which looked like it could have been a snowball movement from the Council. But BI, they know how to hit the reset button. They know how to get their opponents to dance to their tunes, and that's exactly what they did.
They could have snowballed, but the problem was that the Klings and the Juggernaut weren't bringing much to the table, in my opinion. And on the other hand, No Chance supports Slada, shut down the Chen in the aggressive lane, the aggressive dual lane, also farmed the blink. Negi had a fine time in the off lane, a better time than Closer, I'd like to say. Swifty won the mid lane very convincingly, and that's without a Drew Aura to back him up. TA just absolutely shut down the Klings in the mid lane. If I'm not mistaken, Animal on the line did rotate to the mid lane, but he didn't have detection on him. And Swifty just head on the meld and walked away from there.
They actually had 2 sentry wards in the mid lane at that same time. Both wards were Radiant sentry wards, so
okay.
It was a little clowny, but either way, it did allow Swifty to survive, which is why I think it allowed him to snowball further. The bans continue. We've got a Skywrath Mage being removed by Beyond Infinity. They're still not willing to give away Council's comfort picks here. They've also chosen to ban out the Oracle, while the Council, they've chosen to remove the Witch Doctor and the Axe. So they've learned from their mistakes. They don't want to go up against a Witch Doctor when they're running the Chen. He caused all sorts of chaos for them. What does Beyond Infinity replace that with?
I think Council just once again pick up the line. I think it was fine. That burst damage was good. They've already got something that's going to pair up with the Sand King in the off lane for them, and they're not going to give away anything more yet in the draft just yet. They're going to go with the line, I guess. It's safe. It's worked for them. I think the finger was what led to them starting to snowball, or what seemed to be them starting to snowball. But they're going to pick up the Slark here.
I like this.
Right.
The third pick Slark coming out, while BI is looking for something to deal with the Chen. They now no longer have any sort of AoE to control the Slark on the battlefield either.
Okay, that explains the Axe ban, I guess.
Yeah, I think the Axe is good in general versus the Chen as well.
10 seconds remaining.
So the Council now revealing their core for BI. We're pretty confident it's going to be a Mirana on the core role, but they could swap things up and run him as a support if needed. I'm sensing a Disruptor pick from Beyond Infinity. I think it would add some value to their lives. Having that control versus the Slark, having the glimpse to pull back and start fights. It all seems like it would gel well for them, but it does come at the cost of dealing with the Chen.
Do you think they go Lich for Zed's bug? Or
It's
do you
possible. They've done it in the past, but again, I don't think the Lich adds that much value up against the Slog.
Okay.
I want to say it's a disruptor pick coming out from BI, but their alternatives include a Lion, a Disruptor, a Silencer. Zerisbug loves running that. Maybe an Ancient Apparition to deal with the heals. They could even get a Void on the off lane. This is a good lineup to run the Void. Couple it up with the Mirana, then have yourself either a Silencer or a Disruptor to throw the Static Storm or Global Silence on top of it. Yeah, this actually does feel like a Faceless Void game to me. We've seen them do it in the past. Neji does play the Void quite often.
Okay. Timbersaw is also... Damn.
Straight out of your mouth and into the battlefield. Timbersaw is going to be coming out here, but it remains to be seen if this is going to be Neji's.
The question I wanted to ask you is because I haven't seen Neji play too much with BI. Does he play Timbersaw for them every now and then?
I'm not too sure. I've only ever seen him on heroes like the Sand King and some more meta offlaners with stuns on them. But I think I've seen him play Timbersaw when he played with Aggressive 5. I don't think I've seen him do it in BI.
Right.
But look at this, the Council getting themselves an Ursa, estimating that this is going to be a mid Timbersaw. That's probably not the case here. I think Beyond Infinity is just going to send him onto the offlane and let Ursa deal with whoever they pick up next.
I actually feel I have
10 seconds remaining.
I have a suspicion that this is going to be a support Mirana
5
and a
seconds
mid
remaining.
Timbersaw, but that's what No Chance was hoping for. But I feel he's going to switch things up now because of this Ursa pickup. I'm not sure, he's probably discussing it with his teammates right now. If this isn't the support Mirana, this is where BI pick up something like the Disruptor, maybe the Warlock, good team fight heroes, good supports as well.
Yeah. They've got only 47 seconds to take a decision here. So Beyond Infinity is going to have to step up to the plate and make some tough choices right about now. As for the Council...
could also pick up the draw.
Yep. Do you want to go Draw Ranger against a lineup that's basically face rushing you? I think they need more heroes to stall the push.
Okay.
Heroes that could have a really huge impact come mid-game phase when the push comes on their slope. I'm thinking a Sven as their core. Okay, Invoker works.
Yeah, so
Very versatile indeed.
it is... It's either a safe lane Mirana or a position 4 Mirana now.
Yeah, it's got to be either safe lane or position 4. No two ways about it. But yeah, I think it's a safe lane Mirana, and then we're going to see the last pick as a support for No Chance. If they're feeling greedy, they're going to run that Nyx Assassin or Night Stalker in the jungle. We've seen No Chance do it in the past, but that would mean that the Ogre Magi is going to have to sit and babysit. No, you know what? No, I think this is just going to be a No Chance Ogre Magi, and then Zerisbug gets himself either the Silencer or the Lion.
Dire team back.
Okay. Anyways, we're all guessing how BI are going to run their heroes. I think it's a No Chance Mirana. Who's just going to make life difficult for the Chen. That's his only mission. Go arrow every neutral that Chen steals and follow him continuously.
10 seconds remaining.
Alright, BI, what's their final ban going to be? You've got a Slaughter getting rid of, having gotten rid of by the Council. I'm sorry, that wasn't us, guys.
No, Nishan can't play a guitar so well. No way.
Anyway, last pick, last ban is going to be the Silence, and how apt is it that Zerisbug's face shows up on our screen? It is unfortunate that his signature hero has been banned out here. Beyond Infinity is probably going to look for a Lion now, or a Disruptor.
I'm saying they're going to pick up this safe lane and it's going to be something like a Sven or a Juggernaut. Or a Morphling.
10
But then you're running
remaining.
two greedy roaming supports with the Ogre and the Mirana. Ogre not so greedy, but
5
still a
seconds
hero that's
remaining.
not really great sitting in the lane himself. What?
I read it.
No, you didn't.
I
This is-
know.
what
did I say? I said Sven or Morphling.
In all
One second,
likelihood,
it
this
could-
could be a support Morphling.
That's also possible, but I think this is a co-Morphling.
Now, I'm still going to go with my gut and say this is a
Don't you
Morphling
think
of
you need a
support role.
co-Morphling over a core Mirana in this lineup? What would you choose? Isn't the
Yeah.
Mirana much more useful?
That's-
I mean, you're still going to get a 25-minute axe.
That's true. You are a core Morphling would definitely add a lot more value here.
Disruptor.
But there's the Silence coming out for the Council. The final pick will be the Disruptor.
I think that's a
And
good pick.
Yeah, I think Beyond Infinity suddenly drafted themselves into a corner.
Yep, it's a co-Morphling. Okay, I'm going to pat my own back for that. Thank you. That was the highlight of my life, 27 years, this is what I've done. Decided
You
to
called
search
him off.
hero.
You called a core hero, not even the right one. Well done, Vivek. But yeah, Beyond Infinity going to have to pull out all the stops here because I personally feel that they've been outdrafted here.
No.
I mean, Slark is
I think
great versus the
Gayun's
mob.
not going to have too much fun in the mid lane. I mean, sure, he's tanky enough to deal with the Ogre, but he's not going to have too much fun. Okay, folks on stream, small disclaimer for you. We're actually trying to have a dedicated cam control. So excuses if we have any hiccups. If you want to shout at someone, find Gambit on Facebook and flame him.
Alright, so go YOLO or go home. Goes down and drops that Observer Ward at the middle lane once already. It's a deep Observer Ward and it was one with a Smoke of Deceit popped as well. So lots of commitment from Beyond Infinity to secure this middle lane with the wards. Now they're going to spot Animal coming in and they'll spot out where he drops the ward. So they know it's here, they're even pinging it out. Jin doesn't have a sentry ward upon himself. In fact, there's no sentry wards in this entire game as of now. No, scratch that actually. YOLO or go home picks his up and they will be able to get his extra money going in his way. Invoker
30
walks
seconds
up,
to battle.
chews through it, and easy 100 gold for him. That'll be his salad guaranteed. He doesn't have any tangos to start with though. None of his supports have been good to him today. Just the one tango that he consumed.
It's also been a while since I've seen an Invoker start out with the Null. Aquila is more or less a preference of choice these days for an Invoker, and unless you're going Cosmix, I don't see a Null too often on the Invoker. But, well, to start off with, BI have won the warding battle. The runes trade, even Ursa picks up one, Invoker picks up the other. And both the Invoker and the Morphling already have one CS to their name with those respective Observer wards. What's your prediction, CloudX? Who do you think is going to take this one? Is it going to be a 2-0 whitewash? Is it going to go till the third game?
I mean, like I said, I think TC has the better draft here, but BI does seem to be the better team. So I want to say 2-0, but a hard-fought 2-0.
Okay.
I think this game is one where Chen is going to have to focus his efforts towards mid, but look at no chance. Already waltzing around with his Mirana with that Illusion's arrow already skilled up. He's looking for that creep, but Jin is being careful to micro it around him.
Yeah. This mid lane, Ogre doing Ogre things here. While what's Timbersaw's lane like? Him versus a Slark and a Disruptor. There is skill potential early on, but if Timbersaw gets his way, gets his reactive armor stacks, a beautiful arrow from No Chance. Sunstrike as well. This should be a kill. He's got nothing to work with, but Jin rotates, helping out his brother in the mid lane. No Chance having to back off a 1-for-1 exchange, and Ursa for an Ogre. I think BI will take that any day.
Alright, BI already on the board with that one, and bringing down the Ursa is no mean feat really. Chen unfortunately not having enough of an impact just yet. The arrow, while he does dodge it with the creep, he takes it to the face himself. No Chance will be forced to back away after that one. Swifty meanwhile taking a few hits here. There is a tango that he's going to consume along with the Iron Rod. Another Earth Shock comes out. Could this be a solo kill? A couple more hits will do the trick. He's got the cold snap. He's baited him under the tower, but it doesn't matter. Ursa with the solo kill, bringing down the Invoker, while Chen even brings down the Mirana by himself. The Council suddenly on the board themselves.
Yeah, both brothers scoring kills all across the map. The Z-Freak and Swindles of Bangladesh, if you may call them. Good stuff coming out from them. It looks like Z-Freak is not done. He wants more. Impale onto the Ogre. Go YOLO or go home. Decides to go YOLO here. But for the time being, he's going back to the fountain, I guess.
Yeah, he will survive. There's a lot of creeps in the vicinity, so No Chance's efforts have been met with a lot of resistance. Meanwhile, at bottom as well, Neji's in trouble. He's making a run for it. Aggression all across the map from the Council, pressuring every single hero on the side of BI. Oh, he missed his Timber Chain! They knew this, but he did have a TP, so he's back in the fountain now.
Yeah. I think Disruptor had Glimpse. I'm not sure if they knew that. But either way, he's safe for the time being.
Tower is under attack.
Well, as the CS charts tell us, it's Morphling leading by 14, now 15 CS. Slark coming in a close second at 10. Ursa going toe-to-toe with the Invoker in terms of last hits, even getting that one solo kill on Swifty. I've seen him do this earlier. I've seen an Ursa kill a puck twice in the mid lane. I think you were casting that game with me. It's not something you see too often.
Yeah, it is a rare sight, to be honest. No chance, unfortunately. Unable to tag the Sand King with that arrow. He ends up taking a range creep, which is quite a nuisance when you're playing a core Morphling, struggling to get your farm. There's a lot of pressure coming towards top. Jin and Closer doing their thing together, ensuring that Blizzard doesn't get free farm time here.
Yeah, this is the council approach to Dota, almost running a 2-1-2 of sorts. No more dedicated offlane arrow.
Oh, another arrow that only finds a tiny little skeleton there. No chance is getting nothing done here. Meanwhile, at mid, Swifty again getting jumped upon, but it looks like the Ursa will decide not to overcommit this time. He's just trying to be efficient with the regen rune by the looks of it. No chance again, lining up for the arrow. Can't quite fire it off just yet. There's a new creep wave coming in. Well, Jin could be their target of choice, but look how they're sticking to the creep wave and pushing. The Sand King clears out the creep waves quickly. No Jin's Chen creeps tank up the towers after, and they go for more. There's the stun coming out, no chance, stuck in position. Jin is gonna body block him and pincer trap him here, but he's gonna jump to the low ground where the Ogre Magi is waiting with a bloodlust at the ready.
Yeah, so this roaming Mirana hasn't really paid off that much for Beyond Infinity. Sure, they did get a kill, but no chance is really struggling in terms of levels. He's sitting at level 2, while the Chen is a good 2 levels ahead of him. Mid lane, arrow almost connects on Gaiun. There was no creep for him to hit, and he retreats from the lane.
Bottom lane, Deaths, he's getting those Essence Shift stacks. This is not a good trade to be made by Neji. Very fire used by Deaths as well. There's a casual slipper of agility on the floor. What? Why?
Dire's top tower
I don't get
is
it.
under attack.
Neji, what are you doing, man? Pick it up. Okay, that's mine now, says Neji. I think Deaths bought one extra slipper of agility while trying to make the PMS.
Dire's top tower has
But why would you drop it? Anyways. Okay. Jin pushed out the top tower while all this is going on, and good stuff coming out from him. This is what Chen should be doing. Taking towers, taking objectives as soon as possible. They're really applying pressure on Blizzard here. It's almost like the offlane is contesting the safe lane here, and Bia have to respond to this arrow.
Oh,
Beautiful micro coming out
We've
from
got
Jin.
a jump in coming in from Gaiun. He's gone and he used the enrage to shrug off the cold snap. He's calculated this one perfectly, and he's gonna get rewarded with the kill on the back of that. While Animal, will he die? He had the fairy fire, so he will survive through it all. Another kill for the Ursa on the Invoker. They're doing really well here. The Council are 4-1, and their early game is going picture perfect.
I haven't even seen Crowley bully Swifty like this. I mean, you don't see Swifty have a hard time in the mid lane normally. This is uncharacteristic of him.
No chance, now being run down by the Ursa as well. He'll be forced to use his leap to jump over the tree lines. Is he trying to bait out the Ursa to do something with him here? Ursa, a couple of hits. Yeah, he's hoped that he could trap him in there. They've played this one perfectly. Ursa has walked into a trap and will pay for it with his life, almost bringing down Swifty though in the bargain.
Good stuff coming out from No Chance. He was waiting for Zedisbug to join him. The Invoker respawned. Sunstrike was placed perfectly. The arrow connected. Gaiun almost tried to dodge it there, but the trees don't let you run away from that. Sunstrike connected. Thanks, good Dota.
Bottom lane Neji, he's lost 10 stacks, courtesy Essence Shift Death. He knows that this is his opportunity. He's going in, but Neji says, come at me, bro. With the Chakram and the Timber Chain, he just slices him in half.
Yeah, he's basically regening 22 hit points per second with all that Essence Shift stacks. And it's not a maxed out Essence Shift. He's maxed out the Dark Pact here. If he maxed out the Essence Shift, it could be a point of concern. But
Neji more though. He's gone in further onto Animal. He'll pull the Chakram back shortly. One more Timber Chain is not enough, and now Chen is in the vicinity. Another Chakram flies. Does not find the kill on Animal, but it could be the Chen that drops no more mana available on the Timbersaw, and with the Power Strike, they'll get the kill.
Beautiful stuff coming out from Jin. He pretended as if he was teleporting the Disruptor back, cancelled the animation, moved towards Negi on the Timbersaw, brought back his creeps, and microed them perfectly. Closer, coming with some much needed backup there in the form of the Battle Strike.
Alright, so the Sunstrike is back online now. Let's see if Swifty tries for a casual one on Animal or that Chen. Looks like he's just going to hold on to it for now, not quite firing it off.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Top lane, Blizzard now gets a little bit of breathing room. He's up to 2,500 net worth, second only to the Ursa, who's at 3,000 net worth himself.
Yeah, Closer casually walks by the mid lane, impales down to the low ground and gets out of them.
Gaiun's also found a haste rune. This could be devastating if they're not careful on the side of Beyond Infinity.
Yeah, Animal's got just the level 2 glimpse, so there's not much he can do. No kinetic field either. So
Selfish.
Swift
Okay.
is not making much progress towards his Midas though.
Tower is under
I mean,
attack.
he's just got that glove of ace and we're 8 minutes in now. There's no sign of that Midas coming online anytime soon. But at bottom, they're going to try and make a play on the slot. They've got 3 heroes coming in. Death's not going to get stunned up in time. The Ignite will come through. He did not get the Dark Pact off in time. Now he even uses the Shadow Dance along with the Dark Pact. Neji, he's got to stop going in so far as Gaiun is coming with the haste rune. That's going to be a dead Timbersaw, and there is nothing that Neji can do to escape this.
good rotation coming back from the council. They're not done. Animal wants to glimpse someone back. I'm not sure if he has the range. He's coming in range now. It's a matter of pixels here. He pulls back the Mirana. Gaiun awaits him. And the Ursa brings down the Mirana. No chance. His third death in the game there.
I'm loving this aggressive Dota being played by the council. Just running straight into their opponents, knowing exactly what the heroes are capable of, knowing exactly how to punish Beyond Infinity's complacency here. And they're getting rewarded for it in billions. 3.8k net worth on that Ursa warrior now. His rotations have been immensely successful for the most part. He's now up to 4 kills.
Top lane, arrow connects onto the Sand King. No chance, jumps in with the Starstorm. Wave Fury. What?
Waveform.
Waveform as
Wave
well.
Fury.
Wave Fury.
Alright, here we go again. The Chen starts it off, and Gaiun is there to punish. No Ghost Walk available. He's got no Invoke whatsoever. That Meteor, it's gonna be some damage. The arrow doesn't connect. The Ignite does. Gaiun mans up, enrages up, still looking for kills. But this could be overextension on his part, and it will be punished. Swifty will claim the kill off of it.
Yeah, didn't realize that the Ursa was going to die there. He took down the mid tower in the middle of all that. And I think that's a worthwhile trade coming out from Jin. Who's now building into an Aghanim Scepter slowly. He's got the point boosters to start things off. Not bad.
Maggie has himself a Soul Ring recipe sitting around there. This Timbersaw is not, I mean, he's been looking good for the early phases of the laning stages, but now he's starting to look like he's falling off quite heavily. Jets has taken the lead in terms of net worth over him. He's at 3,000 net worth, is inching closer to what I assume should be a Shadow Blade first. While closer, he's at 1200 gold almost and is getting close to his own Blink Dagger. But this really has been the storyline for the council, hasn't it? They always farm up their off-laner first and then try and make plays off of that.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch you.
I was saying the off-laner, that's been the storyline for the council. They try and farm up closer, try and get him his Blink Dagger. He's almost always playing the hero that gets those Blink Daggers from the off-lane.
Right. Fun fact about Closer, he actually plays in an aspect ratio of 1:1. So, basically a square box.
Really?
Yes, I actually peeked into his machine. And I asked his teammates, why does he do that? Because technically he is seeing less of the map. And they told me that it works for him. Somehow he sees more than everybody else or some such thing. He's probably used to playing on old CRTs.
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of old school Counter-Strike players do that as well, but those are for different reasons. Anyway, Timbersaw is doing what he can to slow this down. In fact, he's going in here. Does a lot of damage on Animal. He's trying to get him to use the Glimpse. Sunstrike just barely misses. That might have been his death if it did connect. Neji still just manning up. He wants to go further in. It's like he's just trying to draw attention away from another lane. Trying to get space created for Blizzard. There's the Glimpse to send him back. The arrow flies. Does not find the mark either. And that'll fizzle out. The tower will still stand at deniable HP. While Gaiun, he's still doing his thing at mid.
Invisibility.
But look at this. Sneaky as they are, the Morphling and the Invoker has snuck ahead in terms of net worth. This is despite the council out harassing and out muscling them out of the lane. Bottom. Looks like, nope, that was the top lane. My bad, guys.
Yeah, good stuff coming out from Zedis Bug there. Dropped the aggressive Observer. The waveform came in from the Morphling. The stun was perfectly timed by the Ogre. Easy kill for Zedis Bug and Blizzard on that lane.
This is again the bait and switch, the 1-2 punch coming out from Beyond Infinity. They'll make you look one way and they'll smack you from the other. No chance. He's going for the Aghanim Scepter after all. He's slowly getting there with the Ogre Club picked up. Arrow, it's found the mark and the Sunstrike's going to come through as well. Not really needed as Timbersaw will slice the Chen in half. Look at Ursa meanwhile. He smells blood in the jungle. Swifty, he's got a Ghost Walk though. No, he didn't Ghost Walk. What did he do? He messed up the order of the Ghost Walk on the TP, so he wasn't invisible. Actually, he didn't even use it.
He
didn't have the mana.
invoke Ghost Walk, but he didn't use it.
He didn't have the mana for it, I think.
Yeah. Okay, how's everybody looking in terms of items?
Radiant's top
Wait
tower
on, hold
is
on
under
to that
attack.
because it looks like Closer and company have popped the smoke. They're moving to the top lane to defend the off lane. It's
Radiant's
Blizzard
top
and
is
Zed is
off
bug here.
fortified.
Closer. He is
Radiant's
not
top
in
tower
range for the Burrow Strike. The kinetic field won't catch anyone. Zed is bug is the sacrifice, the ultimate sacrifice, and Blizzard escapes in the time being.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Meanwhile, at bottom lane, Neji is just continuing to bully out Death's Ear on that slot. And with this, he should be able to get this tier 1 tower down, if not extremely low. Unfortunately, there's no objectives that TC can push through at top lane, so they should consider coming back to defense, but it's a tad bit too late. The money will go into the Timbersaw's pocket, while in the jungle, no chance will go on the prowl and look for another one of Chen's creeps.
The difference between what Council and BI have been doing in the past 5 minutes is that Negi's been sitting in his lane and giving a hard time to the Slark, while Blizzard isn't being contested that heavily in the lane, because of which Blizzard's slightly pulling ahead in terms of net worth, and the Slark is still stuck where he was. And now Council are rectified. Sure, they haven't got any big item of significance. Gayun on the Ursa hasn't yet got his Blink Dagger. They see a couple of Fourth Spirits, but well, their eyes are set on Blizzard. But Blizzard gets his link in. A Static Storm will not hold him in place, neither will a Kinetic Field. A stun comes out onto the Ursa. Ursa retreats for the time being. Animal dropping low, brought down by the Waveform. Closer, the Sunstrike did connect on him. Where's the follow-up? Waveform, 5 seconds, 4. But he's out of here for the time being. Gayun, can he be caught? It looks like he won't be. And he'll just TP out of there for the time being. It's the Council pop the smoke and they end up losing 1.
Yeah, that was not a very good trade from the Council at all. And all of this happened while at the bottom lane you had the Invoker continuing to do his thing. He's going for the Yules this time around. He knows that a greedy BOT could be punished quite heavily by that Ursa, especially now that he has the Blink Dagger.
Right.
The Yule Scepter will definitely add some value to his life.
It's also good versus the Disruptor
Radiant's top tower is
and
under attack.
general all-round survivability, mobility. Good item to have at all times.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Council... look, the problem with that smoke was they dived all the way to BI's tier 2 and the TPs were there. It looks like they want more. Closer, not pursuing any further. The ward that was planted by Zed is bug earlier on, paying dividends right now. So yeah, they attempted to gang somewhere near BI's T2 and the TPs were there, and there was no way Council could have won that fight. Also the good Sunstrike coming out from Swifty. How's he doing? He's getting closer and closer to his Yules.
Dire's
Just missing the
bottom
recipe
tower
right
is
now.
under attack.
Bottom, you got a TP from Blizzard. They are going to bring down Chen's creeps, but the damage has been done. He snuck that tier 1 tower, and he even gets Carty the Cart back home.
Yeah. He's running around with a siege wagon. That's hilarious.
That's a resourceful Chen indeed. Speaking of resources, he's almost got his Aghanim Scepter.
Yep. It's just going to be a matter of time before we see a couple of dragons. And, well, speaking of dragons, it's one little animal who walks into all of the Council, immediately brought down. Easy pickings for Jin on the Chen. Well, what's flying out to him on the couriers? That is completed Ags. No, not yet. But he's getting them.
Meanwhile, it is a Bloodstone finish up on the Timbersaw, so Snowball potential has never looked better for Beyond Infinity. However, on the top side, you've got Ursa going in, just running behind the Swifty at every chance that he gets. He doesn't have the Ghost Walk though, and his Yules is in the courier. So this is a hard escape for Swifty. He's getting back up, Ring Around the Rosy is the name of the game, but he's not getting too far. Gayun again with the solo kill. Meanwhile at bottom, there's the Static Storm drop. Looks like Goyolo will go home, will be going home this time around. As Blizzard's Morphling will get the kill on the Disruptor and then jump away to his Replicate.
Did he cancel the Epicenter with an Adaptive Strike? Not sure.
I don't think an Adaptive Strike was used there.
Okay, the Epicenter wasn't used. My bad.
11 and 9, just 18 minutes in. Top lane, again Gayun trying to get a kill, this time on Neji. That's a much harder nut to crack.
Okay, so a quick look at the network graphs. It's a swing back. Okay, I'll hold on to that. Gayun top lane. Pops the enrage, gets the kill. Negi pushing the limits and losing 2 Bloodstone charges.
I don't know what he was thinking. You don't run it, you don't dive into an Ursa. That's the hero you want to kite and fight around. He just overestimated his capabilities with the pure damage.
Yeah. I heard a Sunstrike, but Gayun doesn't end up falling to that. Zedis Bugs arrive to the party, throws out an ignite. Gayun dodges the projectile. No big deal there.
Almost full Desolator finished up on the Ursa. So keep your eyes for some massive damage output coming out from him once it's done.
So Slugs opted to go for the drums, which is not something I've seen in ages. I haven't seen a Slug go drums for a good patch or so. Top lane closer goes in with the Impale on Zedis Bug. Not sure there's any backup. There it is. It's Animal on the Disruptor. The glimpse, too short. The kinetic field will miss. And Zedis Bug is safe for the time being. Bottom lane, Gayun's gone in on Blizzard. The Ghost Scepter being used effectively. He's got to replicate if he needs to get out of there.
Yeah, he's just buying as much time as he possibly can, pretending like he doesn't have it. Oh, that arrow clipped in mid-range. Blizzard is out of there, but on the sliver of HP only. He will survive and has managed to draw 2 cores' attention towards him. The name of this game is just to create space at the moment. For who? That's a mystery really. It's just the Invoker and the Morphling allowing each other to farm up. And despite Swifty's multiple deaths, he's kept ahead of the net worth curve.
Yeah,
because
speaking of net worth, the net worth graph, it's only a 2,000 goal lead in favor of Beyond Infinity. Oh, look at this. They get Zedis Bug, shortening the lead even more. If I'm not mistaken, Jin has the completed Ags now possibly on the Chen.
Yeah, it does look like he has that full Aghanim Scepter. He's walking around with Ancient Black Dragons, Siege Creeps, and an Alpha Wolf. And now they're going to get Roshan. And with that, an Aegis for the Ursa. Possibly the best hero to take down Roshan in the entire game. Lies alongside the Radiant lineup. And there's not much that BI can do to contest this.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Instead, they're going to just push out 2 lanes. Make sure that momentum goes their way. And they slow down the push that will come after the Aegis is picked up.
Right. Do you think BI has no clue what is going on, or they just decided not to come?
No, I think BI has made a conscious decision to take this game late. However, it looks like they're not able to successfully do it without losing too many heroes. Lots of pickoffs coming out from TC. They're playing aggressive, they're walking beyond the river, jumping in at the drop of a hat, and they're finding pickoffs on supports. While it is a support, it is still a pickoff nonetheless, which opens up the map a little more for TC to get objectives.
Right. And now they've got the push that they need. And who's going to deal with these Ancients? Blizzard? Negi?
Nope, there is nothing they can do to stop these Ancients from coming in. They need some damage. The only real physical damage, the potential physical damage is from Blizzard, but he's a really long way away from getting any sort of significant damage source. Bottom lane, Jin, they might not be able to bring his dragons down, but they sure as hell can bring him. And now they're going to go to work on his Ancient. Slowly they're going to whittle away at that Ancient Black Dragon and bring it down. The Siege Creep drops to the arrow. 1 dragon will survive and make a run for it. Meanwhile, Ursa, no free lunches here for Beyond Infinity. They will end up losing their own support. That is Bug. This is like the 3rd time he's been caught out like this.
Yeah, that's He's on the 50 pound. But an immediate Ghost Claw comes out from Swifty. Safe retreat for him. Shadowdown's committed from death. Yules from Swifty. What's he going to follow this up with? It's a Chakram that comes out from Negi. But Death just sleeps out of there and he's safe for the time being.
Yeah, he was just trying to buy time, hopes that the fight goes on longer so that Gayun and the rest of his allies could come in and back him up. But BI spotted this. They chose not to overcommit. They will back away. Well, Invoker's Replica will be on the prowl. Maybe they can bait out a couple of spells on it.
Gosh, Blizzard is such a space creator on the Morphling.
Oh, he got stun locked! They actually triggered his link into the force up and then burst struck him to finish the job. Very well done by Closer. Absurd plays coming out from them, really. Props to TC. That is the most crucial kill they could have gotten.
Yeah, good stuff coming out from TC. Now they have some free time on the map. They can transition into objectives now. Hopefully get some towers down. Chen, let's take a look at what his armor is
middle lane as
looking.
well. You've got a Static Storm committed onto the Timber Saw. The Power Stack is there and they'll bring him down next. No more Bloodstone charges for you, sir. He's down to 5. Gayun and Co are out with vengeance, smelling blood in the water. They're now circling beyond Infinity's base, threatening high ground even.
Yeah, they got the Aegis. I think the Aegis should be around for another couple of minutes. No chance trying to skip waves here. I think he's got his Ag Scepter complete, if I'm not mistaken.
He doesn't have a dagger, however. He will use the Moonlight Shadow and hide himself inside the trees. He's just barely managed to juke past them. Animal did not drop down a sentry ward in time.
Middle tower is under attack.
But VI again wasting no time while No Chance makes space. That was while the Timbersaw was dead. Quickly gets an objective. It still feels like VI are the ones ahead here, even though TC are getting so many kills.
I mean, the EXP and the network charts, they're saying that the game is dead even. If anything, we reach the 23-minute mark as the game goes later, CloudX. Who do you think is going to come out on top?
I think the later this game goes, the stronger BI gets. Morphling is an absolute beast in the ultra late game phase. But that said, so is the Slark. And
yeah,
so
Slark scales well, I mean, as the game progresses.
BI is just looking to split push at this point. One big team fight is what they'll need to try and take an objective, but that team fight is looking harder and harder to attain right now, with Jin even picking up a late mechanism.
Yeah, I've seen him going on to complete the Greaves after he gets his Ags. He prioritizes the Ags first before the Greaves. Fair enough, he's accomplished a good amount of structural damage with all those Ancients. And now he's offering more heal for his team. What does Gayun go on to from that Desolator? He's holding on to an Ogre Club. Is this a BKB pickup?
I think it's an Ags.
An Ags?
Yeah, I actually think he's going to go for the Ags here. Primarily to be able to shrug off the arrow, and well, the only real sources of disable are the arrow and the fire blast.
Can you shrug off Yules?
I'm not too sure.
I don't think you can.
I don't think you can do anything while you're in use.
Doesn't matter, closer, goes in with the impale, it's on to Negi. Negi does manage to suicide just in time, but a static storm on Blizzard. Blizzard pops the Ghost Scepter, it's buying him time, but not enough. They've got the kill, they see No Chance. Dust of Appearance is onto him. Gayun runs forward, he's got the blink in a couple of seconds, he's got no bash. No Chance sleeping out of there. Where's the glimpse? It wasn't there. It was off cooldown, but Animal spent some alone time with the creeps.
Yeah, and it's not like they're getting a split push or anything done on the other side of the map, because Jin and Slark are pushing in themselves. With the Ancient Black Dragons and the Golems, they're going forward, but now Jin could be in trouble. The Core Snap is there, but here comes the Slark trying to make mincemeat out of the Cyclone up Invoker as well. Jin doesn't die, but the Mirana does. He's still making a run for it. Ogre is giving chase. He's going to try and club him to death, but Swift, he's taking a beating from death. Looks like Jin will get stunned, but he still won't be brought down. He's still going to get out of here. The Chakram is coming through, and then he'll finally lose his life. They send up the Slark into the air, the double tornado, but Gayun has entered the fray, brings down the Invoker, and then they'll go for the Ogre Magi. 4 down on the side of Beyond Infinity, and all that it cost the Council was a Chen.
Yeah, it took 3 heroes from BI to bring down a Chen. That's how good Jin is, man. Beautiful stuff coming out from him as watching his creeps. He doesn't play the piano, he plays the orchestra, and he's truly been a class apart on this Chen here. Oh, Blizzard sees Animal. Animal, what are you doing? I'm not sure.
Split push disruptor, man. That's the new meta.
Split push disruptor.
I mean, he had no clue that Blizzard was going to show up and do that.
What's that dinosaur going to do? Anyways, speaking of Blizzard, he's completed. No, he's not even completed the Ghost Scepter. He's opted to go for the BOTs, which is good. It does allow him to pressure the map constantly, and that's what's keeping BI in this game pretty much. It's just Blizzard and the space he's creating every now and then. Past couple of times he was brought down. The Static Storm held him in place. They did chain stun him perfectly. Good stuff coming out from closer. If you go full Agi, the Ursak can take you down, provided you are locked down. Anyways, Gayun, he's gone for the BKB. It's not the Axe.
Yeah, it is a 10-second BKB, however. A lot of value being added. Meanwhile,
Deaths, he jumped onto No Chance. No Chance does escape for the time being. Deaths doesn't hesitate to pop Shadow Dance. He gets the opportunity, pops it, gets out of there. Still got 2 drum charges. So he's completed that Echo Saber. He's holding on to 1,000 gold. I think a Basher is really needed here. The Silver Edge isn't bad, but I think they need a Basher.
Silver Edge is actually really good versus the Timbersaw. I think he should actually go for the Silver Edge first.
Okay.
But it is going to be another smoke coming out from the Council. They're going to move into the dire jungle this time around. Go YOLO or go home is going to be safe for now. Disrupt is coming in, and he does have the Glimmer Cape, so he's invis under the tier 2 tower. They now tag that Ogre Magi. He's dropped the sentry ward down, and he does manage to chew down a sentry ward from the Radiant, but he will end up paying for that with his life. Not the worst situation in the world. It's BI losing themselves a support for the cost of a smoke on the side of TC, while Blizzard continues to split push bottom. Depths is here in the fray as well, and will consider going on Blizzard. Blizzard actually doesn't have a replica.
Yeah, he waveforms out of there. He's got the BOTs. I don't think he has the firepower to bring down Deaths. He's trying to push Deaths to his limit, but I think he can just regen that up quite easily. But Gayun and Jin on the top lane, teaming up together, bringing down the tower. Now there's a replicate on the bot lane. So not sure what Blizzard is up to, but either way, BI lose the top tower. And
some very high pressure Dota coming out from the council, just pushing out the map as and when they can. Well, beyond Infinity. It looks like they're now starting to dance to the council's tunes as they have taken a 4,000 net worth lead.
yeah.
Look at Blizzard again getting chopped upon by the Slark. That's so much damage being done by Deaths. That should really send warning bells ringing across his camp.
Yeah, Blizzard needs that E-Blade as soon as possible, and I see him bringing down the Chen as soon as possible in team fights once he picks it up. But the council, they know they need the next Aegis to make them move. This is Roshan number 2. They're hanging around the pit. Will BI contest is the question. Go and take a look at buybacks, because if BI contest and they don't have buybacks, then a bit of a pickle here.
Sand King also has his Ag, so that absurdly long range on the Burrow Strike. That'll be a much needed tool that BI is going to have to deal with now.
Oh yeah.
But it is time for the council to try and reach high ground. Like you said, perhaps after an Aegis that's going to respawn, Roshan's going to respawn in a minute. But BI are being very careful, and they are being cautious about pushing out the waves, ensuring that TC has to make some tough decisions every time they try and push.
Right.
It looks like BI are prepping for a smoke of deceit, perhaps?
Yeah, possibly to contest Roshan, I think.
That is the poorest Ogre Magi I have ever seen in my life.
God.
30 minutes, he has Brown Boots and a Quelling Blade.
1 kill, 8 deaths. Okay.
Alright, not sure what the issue is. We've got a pause coming out from Animal. But yeah, I think the state of the game right now is heavily in favor of the council. Beyond Infinity have to step it up if they want to make a comeback here.
Yeah, it looks like they're just sipping on some water, talking to each other. I really like the council. They play with a lot of heart. They're not, oh look at us, we take ourselves so seriously. We have twice as much as MMR as you noob casters. We're not going to talk to you. They're just nice people. They have fun. They enjoy the game. They flame in good spirit. And they bring an unusual amount of strategy and offense to the game that we don't see too often in India. It's absolutely refreshing. They're keeping BI on their toes. They want to win this game badly.
Right. So I think that pause was actually to warm themselves up. For those of you that aren't at the venue,
it is cold.
It's getting cold.
It is getting really cold.
Yeah, well, the temperatures may be dropping. The action is only getting hotter here, with the council looking to take us to a game 3.
Oh yeah. And their way into game 3 is a wraparound coming up from Slug. The fight's already broken out. It's a Sunstrike. They don't get Jin down. The mech keeps him alive. Closer comes in with the impale. A beautiful storm comes out from the center, but Swifty gets the kill onto Jin, on the Chen. Blizzard doing his best. Closer trying to get out of there. Adaptive strike. There's a cold snap as well. They get the kill. It's Swifty who gets the double kill. Negi's come to the party, but there come Death. He's working on the Morphling, but he can't bring him down. There's an EMP that's on the ground. Death forces Shadow Dance, but there's an Ice Wall. Holds him in place. Here comes No Chance. Death bounces on there, but bounces onto an Ogre. He's in the middle of everyone, but what's he going to do? He's trying to bring down the Ogre. He won't be able to, but Gayun gets the kill on Negi. Blizzard waveforms aggressively. Animal pops the Guardian Blade. He's staying alive for the time being. Gayun moves on to Swifty, his favorite friend. Almost brings him down. The Thunder Strike, giving them vision. Swifty running away. Gayun changes targets, moves on to Blizzard. Blizzard gets the hell out of there. There's an angry bear. There's nowhere to go. He's been perched by someone, but it's Ursa who gets the kill finally. And as the dust settles, it's a 4-for-4 exchange. Swifty still wants Gayun. Gayun doesn't have much mana to work with. He's got a diffusal charge.
Oh, they've got the replica. Morphling's going to come back in front of the bout. The Ice Wall was done perfectly. Beyond Infinity. What the holy hell was that?
A team wipe, that's what it was.
They kited around that Ursa perfectly. That was by far the most clinically executed fight I have seen from Beyond Infinity. There was no way in hell they should have won that. Ursa came into the fight as late as he could have possibly asked for, but they still had enough spells to cut around him. A last-minute ghost walk. After they brought down closer, they knew there was no epicenter to jump in on them, and they just committed with a vengeance.
Yeah,
Man.
so take a look at that. I mean, they absolutely kited the Slug beautifully over there. There was nothing he could do in that entire fight. They did bring down the Ogre because of Slug's hard work, but beyond that, nothing else. And it's a pity that the Council, who are playing so well, aren't carrying detection for Swifty's Invoker. I think it's high time. I don't care if you're a Slug, what you are.
I think they had detection, but it was on their supports, and their supports just
Yeah,
skipped
I
the
mean,
deck.
Slug's got an empty slot. He might as well carry this detection. There's nothing Swifty can do really.
Alright, Death's now on the hunt once more, but his
Radiant's
Silver Edge,
middle
while it is
tower is
complete,
under
is
attack.
unable to find that Timbersaw, the ever so crucial target. Blizzard has himself that E-Blade along with a Blink Dagger now, so their job is,
Radiant's
their
middle
objective
tower
really is
is
to
under
kite around the
attack.
Ursa and the Slark.
The question is, will the Council get
Radiant's
kited?
middle tower has fallen.
I mean, this is a straight up split push build coming out from them. He wants to go in and out of the fights while being very mobile and survivable while pushing. They probably know that Roshan is being taken here by Jin and his boys, but they're just going to try and push top instead. And this time, if the Council doesn't get back in time to defend, they're going to end up losing their barracks.
Yeah, it's problematic. This could be the push that ends the game.
Oh, Swifty slowing things down though. He's buying time for his allies to beat up on that tier 3. Blizzard is
Oh,
doing
mid
that.
lane, they've gone in onto the Sand King. They bring him down. Gayun comes to the party. He's going to get kited again. A Moonlight Shadow keeps Gayun off them while Morphling gets a kill on an animal. The Council have lost 2. It's time to take a look at buybacks. They're losing more. Gayun's been stunned up. I'm not sure if he's got the enrage. He does have it. He's not using it. No chance. Uses the Ghost Scepter. Stays alive. Gayun pops the BKB as a response. Gayun and that's being kited beautifully while Swifty is just hanging out in the mid lane with the fourth
Morphling,
minute.
he's back, he's gone on to Gaian, but Blizzard has overstayed his welcome now and will end up dropping. The Ursa will bring him down. He kind of overestimated his abilities there, not realizing that the Enrage was back online for the Ursa. And they also had a purge to purge off his Ghost Scepter, or rather his self E-Blade. So that really caused some sort of problems for him, because that was a dominating streak going towards the Ursa.
Yeah. Just when you think BI are taking control of this game, the Council fight back. They snatch a couple of kills. The Aegis is still for the taking here. It's Roshan number 2, so there's no cheese just yet. 34 minutes in the game and it already feels like the game is just getting started. The night is young and full of terror.
Swifty. Now he's going for that Lincoln Sphere of his own. So they're worried about an Abyssal Blade coming out from the Ursa, but he's chosen to go Diffusal. They're probably worried about the Glimpse pickups as well, which is why the Lincolns does seem to be a good choice here.
Right. Okay, so Animal is holding on to a couple of sentries, but yeah, Closer gets what he needs. He picks up the gem, which is much needed to get the lockdown that he needs versus all that Moonlight Shadow and Ghost Walk and all of that. No Chance has got the Blink complete, not choosing to complete his E-Blade there, holding on to the Ghost Scepter for the time being. Can we take a quick look at the network graph here?
It's 3,000 in favor of Beyond Infinity, but there's a
Move
fight
top lane, they
going
moved
on.
on to No Chance. It's Zed's on the Slug. A long impale from Closer. They've tagged him with the Thunder Strike. They've got the kill, but Morphling
He
did
took
get
out
the
a
tower.
range barracks.
Radiant's bottom tower
He actually went into the range barracks and got out at the cost of his support Mirana. I think that's worth it for Beyond Infinity. Man, they are being so cheeky about this BI. They're just throwing bodies at TC saying, here, this one looks yummy, take a bite out of it, but we'll take a bite out of your base instead.
Look at this. Gen Ancients farming the Dire Ancients.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Ancient
under
on ancient
attack.
action here.
Basher's finished up on both the Slark as well as the Ursa now.
Yeah.
They're looking for Roshan. We know they want that age.
Hold on, has the Usa got a basher?
Yeah, he just picked up one.
Yeah.
More lockdown coming their way. Eventually that should be an Abyssal Blade, while Timbersaw has now got himself some added armor, which means that the Silver Edge will not be a big factor up against him. But I feel like Neji's impact has been stunted quite heavily here.
Yeah.
Oh, they know he's there. Roshan is busy beating up on him.
This is a Dota WTF highlight reel if this happens. But yeah, I think it'd be stupid to chase up the cliff because while you're doing all of that, Blizzard is probably going to do more structural damage. BI, they have the ice picks on the prize. The prize here is the throne. Negi dueling Roshan is not worth it. I mean, you know what? If Negi is taking aggro, somebody else can actually, take down Roshan now.
But
This
that's
is
the
not
enemy
paying
team.
off for Negi. Okay, here comes the backup. It's an arrow onto closer. Static stop, not going to hold anyone. They pull back, no chance. Wait, did no chance leave there? I don't know. Closer's dead. Moonlight Shadow, there's a gem on the deck. Animal dropping low. Tornado catches him. Glimmer Cape, will it keep him alive? It doesn't matter. Elsewhere, Gayun being kited by Negi and Zed is bugged. No chance to join the party. Jin is running around with his ancients. They're focusing Negi. Negi, can he get out of this alive? Will we see a bash? We'll see a Bloodstone deny instead. Gayun still got that BKB. Stunned up. Guardian Angel hand of God, everything to keep Gayun alive, but Swifty is unstoppable. They bring him down. It's a 3-for-2 exchange and Swifty wants more.
Fun fact, there's no Guardian Angel in this game. I think he meant the Hand of God, but that dude is dead as well.
Yeah.
The Chen has hit the deck and Beyond Infinity are looking one step closer to a 2-0 victory here. That fight was some really next level stuff. You had Mirana jumping from one cliff to the other to finish the job on Animal's Disruptor. Then you had the remainder of his allies kiting the Ursa, keeping him busy. And then Swifty comes back in to kite some more and finish the job once the BKB and the Enrage wore off. Really well executed from Beyond Infinity. It's some insane amounts of communication and coordination coming out from within their ranks. And I mean, for the first time this game, they're going to get an Aegis in their own pockets.
How does the council come back from this?
I don't think the
Can
Council
they
are out
come
of
back
this yet.
from this?
I don't think they're out of it just yet. I mean, it's just one skirmish. The gold rods are not that far apart. If Council takes a good team fight, they're going to beat the hell out of their buildings. The Ursa with the Fury Swipes, he's going to melt straight through them.
I think
the
two
overpower.
players who are slightly underplaying on the side of Council are the Sand King and the Disruptor. We saw the Impale, but the Static Storm took a while. And Closer, he had the 4-star, but he didn't get out of there. He needs to be a bit more cautious with his movements in team fights.
Unfortunately, Neji is paying for all of that baiting with his Bloodstone charges. He's now got just 2 to work with. We spoke about the potential to snowball. Now it's just a comeback mechanic for him if he can get some Bloodstone charges in his pocket.
Yeah, everyone is just bait for Blizzard and 50 to farm and make space and take objectives.
Arrow from No Chance, just fishing out on creeps. While Neji, he's also picking up his next item, which I assume will be either a Lincoln Spear or it's going to be
Radiant's
the
bottom tower has been
Scythe of
denied.
Vice. Both items look like really good choices here. I'm
I
actually
think Lotus
surprised-
Orb is not too bad.
Yeah, Lotus Orb is not shabby at all. Animal.
Okay,
Down
we
to the
did
count.
catch that on camera. Blizzard sees the Disruptor, brings down the Disruptor.
Allies
They're
disappear.
prepping.
Oh, Moonlight, No Chance. He's right next to Closer. They've spotted each other now.
Closer does have a dust, but he decides to get the hell out of there. Good choice coming out
Radiant's
from him.
bottom
Blizzard
tower is
finds
under
another
attack.
one. Can blow up Jin here. Hits him with everything he's got, but Jin heals himself up. Blizzard can get out of this, and indeed he will. But again, buys himself some space. Sunstrike's going to be
Radiant's bottom
duped.
tower is under
And Jin will
attack.
blink out.
Ooh, Closer jumps in onto Negi. They bring him down.
He has one Bloodstone
Do
charge.
Bloodstone charges go negative?
I doubt it. Then what happens then? You start bleeding all over the map.
Yeah.
Radiant's top
No
barracks
chance.
are under
Could be in
attack.
trouble as well. He's leaped up onto the high ground and started his TP. Closer sees him, but doesn't have a burrow strike.
Radiant's bottom
Blizzard,
tower
meanwhile,
is
doing
under
his thing.
attack.
He's just taking down the tier 3 at bottom. Even forces down a fortification. It's ballsy to do this without the replica available, but he has the Aegis.
Radiant's top
He
barracks
can't
are
afford to be
under
confident
attack.
here. He's even going for the Mantis style, so this straight up split push Dota coming after him. Top lane as well, but many barracks have fallen with Swifty doing the trick there. He's probably going to sacrifice himself, but Blizzard, he's busy breaking buildings too. He has a replica, has that tier 3 taken down on the bottom lane. Nope, it's just on a sliver of HP. While the Invoker might have died on the top side, he's died with glory and honor. He's brought down a crucial building and created enough space for Blizzard to beat up downstairs as well.
Yeah, good stuff coming out from Swifty there. The council committed everything, a Static Storm and Epicenter, everything that they had, but Swifty, he got the racks and then died. Not too shabby, and now the network graph tells a completely different story. It's a 10,000 plus goal swing in favor of VI, and well, they've still got the Aegis to work with.
There's an aura of desperation that I can sense here on the side of the council. They're starting to group up and move a bit more hastily. They're probably not going to get a good objective off of this. If they move through this middle lane into the jungle, it's quite easy for Blizzard to leave a replica behind and TP towards another side lane and take down some buildings. They are in the jungle now. Neji. Again is Neji getting spotted. You'll find out if Bloodstone charges go negative. He's up in the air for now. Will be even dusted for good measure. Timber chains out. But look at this. While he's creating space, Blizzard has already moved bottom and started pushing out the waves.
Yeah, take a look at Blizzard in the bot lane. He's pushing the wave along with his illusions. Mid lane, Gayun getting kited, pops the BKB. This is practically a 5-second BKB now.
Yeah, he's blown through most of his charges. He's at 6 seconds actually.
Okay.
Blizzard choosing not to overcommit here. That tier 3 tower is going to die to this creep wave. Scott even finished the job.
Radiant's bottom
It's wonderful of Beyond Infinity are just making the council run around the map. I have never seen any team having to run around the map like this. This reminds me of that scene from Lagan where for the first time they play cricket, they see the ball, all 11 players run to the ball.
That is the most accurate description you could have made of this, man. But yeah, here we go. They are going to walk up onto the high ground once more by the looks of it.
Tornado did clip onto Gayun. Blizzard jumps in, does the combo, not the whole one.
I think he's trying to bait out that final BKB charge.
I'm hearing a Sunstrike. Okay, it didn't connect.
Well, Blizzard shoots someone's head downstairs, moves up top, starts split pushing again. The problem is they haven't taken on the middle barracks, and middle is really close to any of the side lanes, so you can't really split push mid plus another lane. Another Linken's triggers. He does manage to get out of there, but Blizzard could be in trouble. Nope, he's got a replica, and even if he didn't, he had the Aegis, which just timed out in the bottom lane. Go YOLO or go home. He's dropped down this really deep observer ward to avoid getting caught out, while Fortress slowly but surely chip away on the range barracks. DI playing some real next level rat Dota here.
Yeah, I mean, all the council have to do is clear down this bottom lane and try and keep top lane pushed out as much as possible. But look at this deep ward coming out from BI. Yep, it's a dire ward.
No chance, has himself a gem as well to work with, so they're just trying to get map control while split pushing the map. And they're doing a really fine job of it thus far.
They are so surgical in shutting down the team BI.
Blizzard, again, up no good on this bottom lane, this time under cover of invisibility. Animal, not again! Blizzard's even gonna get some damage on this range back. In fact, he's gonna get it here. Probably gonna go for the melee as well. He's doing a lot of work on them. But will jump away before Closer can get his hands on him. Another building combos, while Gayun on top lane looks like he's gonna drop next. He's got the enraged pop, his BKB no longer available, he's probably gonna die. The Yules will keep some Timbersaw alive, and finally he gets a Bloodstone charge. A round of applause for Neji.
It is amazing. A recovery, 100% recovery in terms of Bloodstone charges for Negi.
No, but in all honesty, he's just been the bait that his team needed him.
Oh yeah, he's been the perfect, he's done his role, I'd like to say. And he's done it beautifully. I mean, he's taking
like a sponge soaking up all the damage.
He's just soaking up all the damage for his team. Okay, speaking of soaking up damage, they've gone on to Swifty in the bot lane, pops the EMP, uses the deafening blast, he's pushed them back for the time being. The disarm won't last too long, pops the ghost walk, immediately invokes something, it's an ice wall, self-heals. I think Swifty's going to die, but look at this!
They're getting mega creeps at mid. Stop going off with the invoker, take a U-turn you guys and go back for your buildings which are crumbling and melting at the hands of Morphling and Co. The range barracks are about to drop here while Blizzard actually moved on towards bottom. He tried to get the last remaining melee barracks. Mirana's going to join him. They're going on a suicide dive here and they've got themselves mega creeps beyond infinity. Talk about good and switch.
Wow. The GG's being called, and if I'm not mistaken, the council face-off versus Invisible Wings in the lower bracket.
Yeah, they
tomorrow. Isn't that tomorrow's game?
I'm still trying to figure out what the hell just happened, man.
What can I say?
For at one point, it looked like the council just had to walk up the base and end the game, but beyond infinity, just Rat Dota at its finest. They've taken a page out of the Alliance playbook, and now they're in the grand finals. While unfortunately the council will drop to the lower bracket where they've got to face off in another match versus Invisible Wings, a team that they quite handily got rid of in the upper bracket the last time around, but a team that's also going to be gunning for revenge this time around.
Oh, that's going to be a wonderful game tomorrow. Council versus Invisible Wings. Will Crowley and his 5-man stack get together, get their stuff going, and finally work as a team? It's going to be an exciting match tomorrow. I'm pumped up for it. It's a best of 3. You guys should be around, but we are done for today.
No, we're not. We've got a